Welcome back to bonus content for Between the Ashes for Freespace 2 on Paladin Gaming. We are looking at the system map a second time now that Antares has attempted secession, and there's a lot of changes. Antares system contested, first of all. I think the exclamation marks points mark changes, so we will... Detiola Station is not on the map anymore. That took a couple of missions after it was destroyed for it to disappear. But let's check Antares Major and Minor. The two stars are bridge. The Intrepid is running through the corridor, trying to bait Osmandius into committing forces into a kill zone. GTD Intrepid Battle Group are in Masada Station. An abandoned TV war-era redoubt inside the Heraklion corridor, Masada was constructed in 2326 as a bolt hole for Terran forces if Antares was lost to Vasudan advances. Like so many other Antaresian stations, it was abandoned for budget reasons after the war. Its position inside the corridor makes it very difficult to access. GTA forces have commandeered Masada and its defenses as part of Admiral Poe's trap for the Frontier and her battle group. All the planets are red, even nominally friendly Antares II. Port Jing. Port Jing's government has ratified the AF's independence referendum and seceded from the GTA. Despite being pro-GTA. I smell fraud or sabotage. Let's, Port Jing, this... Huh, it said there was new here, but I don't see anything new. I mean, the GTA cruisers are gone. The patrolling GTA cruiser is gone, obviously. Alright, well, that's everything that is marked new on the map. Although, with the Antares Federation in formal rebellion against the GTA, Gulnara has declared itself the capital of the new state. GTA government personnel have been placed under house arrest, and the AF fleet in orbit has fanned out across the system to hunt the Intrepid. AFC Apoapsis. AF forces swiftly seized the station and put all GTA personnel who had not yet evacuated under house arrest. Antares Station now serves the AF as its main fleet base. I should have checked this as soon as the secession happened, because I think these have probably all changed. The Antares Federation military has formerly occupied several scintillante orbitals as military bases. The AF has officially claimed the system's Party Central as a fleet base, though most AF wings base have redeployed to Gulnara orbit. AF wings based at Jewel Station surprised and destroyed a smuggler force intending to loot the station. So, not all is in harmony. AF loyalists occupied Dashnell with little resistance. Of course, the planet itself doesn't have changes because it's a gas giant. Hastings management has declared neutrality in the current conflict. Let's work our way out through the planets real quick to see what's changed. Novograd's command staff thwarted a pro-AF mutiny, so the station remains the sole active GTA military outpost in Antares. You would think the Hammer of Light would attack that. With the outbreak of rebellion in Antares, the Bureau of Intersystem Commerce has closed the system to all non-military traffic. I imagine all the jump nodes are going to say that. Well, all the ones that weren't travel prohibited already. Yeah. The lunar colony of Hesperia has joined the AF rebellion, and the AF has taken complete control over the Umbala orbital sphere. The Hesperia government has joined Gulnara and Thanet in supporting the AF rebellion. And the rest of these are uninhabited, as I recall. Yep. The outer belt doesn't want to open. Thanet's legislature has joined the AF rebellion in a 78-23 vote. In a speech, the planet's chief intendant proclaimed, "Terran or Vasuden, we are Antaresians. Saying together we can forge our own peaceful, prosperous brotherhood. That same brotherhood which our incompetent national governments have failed to deliver." AFC tomorrow. Conditions haven't changed at Camp Angel. Hammer of Light forces aiming to cripple future colonization have destroyed all supplies and formulae which Admiral Poe was unable to recover. The Antares Federation government, unwilling to antagonize Ozymandias, has taken no action. Gee! Shocker! Exxon Beckham has officially defected to the AF rebellion and is now funding and supplying the AF war effort. Admiral Poe has rejected proposals for a decapitation strike at Hill Ross and the Exxon Beckham leadership. AF loyal security forces apprehended several PVN loyal dignitaries touring the station, killing 2 of the dignitaries' bodyguards in a brief exchange of fire. Well, gee, that's gonna make them friends in the parliamentary Vasuden Empire. Dance governors joint, yeah. So that was, AF drone carriers hunting down the Intrepid are staging from Barbary. We're staging from Barbary! Ha! Antares VIII. HOL Commander Ozymandias escaped a GTA strike over Antares VIII and is still at large. Yeah. Alright. Well, that seems to be the news for the system map. So, we are going in, this is post-17th mission, we are going into the 18th next.